The market value of VeChain has fallen by more than 50% from the high in a period of less than 60 days. And so quite a few people have been asking me what's going on, and why they are seeing red in a crypto which is currently and has been growing at a very fast pace in terms of adoption and partnerships, and also in terms of the market value of VeChain as well. And so I figured that there were probably many others wondering exactly what's going on, and what are the likely causes and reasons behind this loss, which is exactly what this video is dedicated to figuring out. So in my opinion, the recent drop in the market value of this crypto isn't so much a reflection of a change in the real and underlying value of VeChain and the VeChain platform, but actually an implication of a changing market sentiment. And that word sentiment is something which I feel is heavily overlooked in crypto, and actually a big part of the decisions which people make is derived from the general market sentiment. It stands to reason that a lot more people are going to be buying in a market where everybody seems to be making easy money and prices are rising day on day and week on week. And the state of frenzy and fear of missing out grows stronger and stronger, and to many people this is what a good market looks like. But actually, as a contrarian, the last 6 months in the crypto market for me have looked like a very dangerous place for a careless investor. But wherever there is danger and foolishness, it tends to be accompanied by an equal or almost equal amount of opportunity. And this means that the more foolish the market is, the more chances and the better quality chances there are to buy an undervalued market gripped by fear, and then sell an overvalued market gripped with excessive euphoria. Now the market value of VeChain has fallen by 50%, in fact more than 50%, probably 60% or more by now. And to a lot of people this is the worst thing in the world. Many bought in at or near the top, and they are quite upset that the actual price movement of VeChain over the last number of weeks hasn't met the expectations that they had when they bought in. But to me, where there is foolishness, there is an opportunity. And a 50 or 60% fall in the market price can either be looked at as a sign of a declining market, which it may be, or it can be looked at as an opportunity to buy the same units of VeChain at less than half of the price of the peak. And the actual underlying VeChain platform hasn't changed very much in that period, if not for the better, meaning that while others are seeing a falling market, contrarians see an opportunity to buy the same thing for less. And if I can buy something like VeChain which hasn't been adversely impacted in real value, only in market price, which is merely a function of the consensus opinion, and we all know that that changes in direction like a flock of sheep following what every other is doing. And personally I look at the situation as getting better value for money. Getting the same thing for a lower price, and in any other area of the economy, that's seen by pretty much everybody as being a good thing. But saving money when investing is something which a lot of people hate, and that's probably because saving money requires the market price to fall, and for some reason a lot of people just can't have that. It drives them crazy. Maybe it's because it makes them feel a little bit poorer, or maybe they can't stand to see red in their portfolio. But you can always tell the difference between an investor and a speculator by paying attention to the way that they consider their paper losses. The investor is somebody who is buying the asset. They are buying VeChain because of the staking dividend and because of the stake that VeChain has in the future earning power of the VeChain platform, which is derived from demand for VTHO, and as VeChain grows in partnerships, demand for VTHO grows, and so the income producing power of VeChain increases. And so when the market price does fall, which can only be expected in a market based on the back of an emerging and therefore volatile technology, the investor tends to be a lot more composed and less worried, because they aren't relying upon betting on and being right about short-term price movements. They are placing a bet on the project fundamentals and how they see that project growing over time. And changes in market value, even changes of 50% or more, a lot of the time do not accurately reflect the state of the project fundamentals, because the market price has all of the emotion and the psychological biases and theories and predictions about interest rates and moving averages, and all of these things baked into the price, and this causes intermittent deviations away from real value. Now on the other hand, the speculator, while they are buying VeChain just the same as the investor, psychologically the speculator is actually buying a name. They are buying VeChain or ADA or Ether or Bitcoin, and they aren't interested in the long-term fundamentals of the asset, but instead they are placing a bet on short-term price movement, and they likely don't know very much about the project, and so they have no intention of holding it long-term. And so for them, a loss in market value, temporary or otherwise, is a permanent loss. And they tend to be a lot more upset about falling prices, unlike the investor who is relying upon value and not the price. But unfortunately right now there is a lot of stupidity in the crypto market, and a lot of people who are drawn into placing speculative bets on VeChain without paying attention to the VeChain project or the fundamentals. And so many have lost money in this 50% drop, and many of those people are manifesting their anger in the form of saying bad things about VeChain, things which have nothing to do with the VeChain platform, and actually everything to do with them speculating where they were overconfident and getting angry at their losses. But then again, when confronted with contradictory evidence, instead of trying to examine their own mistakes, many people get busy looking for ways to blame other people, and that's unlikely to change, but also unlikely to make a good investor in the crypto market, or in any other market for that matter as well. Thanks for watching, and if you enjoyed the video, there's a lot more content like this out regularly on the channel, so be sure to subscribe for that.